Okay, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to become a learning machine. Now, what I mean by that is how you can find the material that you need to be learning and intaking into your brain and then also applying into your life. And then also how you can learn that information the fastest and most effective way possible, to where after you read that book or after you learn that point that you're trying to learn, it stays in your brain forever and you're always able to apply it and use it in your life. Let's get into it. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go on Amazon.com and order as many non-fiction self-development books as you can afford in your budget. A trick that I like to do to get more books for less money is to buy them for used, or you can also go on eBay.com and order bundles or Facebook Marketplace. But you also want to keep in mind that with Amazon you get to pick the exact book, so just order as many books as you can. That's my first step I would take, because you want to have the books in person, you want to be able to flip through them, and it also involves the next process, because I'm about to explain to you how to learn best from actual books that you're holding in your hand. Alright, and when you get the actual book shipped to your door, or if you already have some books to start with, what I want you to start doing is to start reading through the book, obviously. Okay, it should be easy enough to read through a normal nonfiction self-development book in about a day or two if you really want to learn the information. So don't be lazy, pick it up, go through it for 3 or 4 hours. My main advice is don't be lazy. The more you read, the more you're going to learn. You can't just listen to someone telling you to read books. You have to actually pick the book up and read it. Now, once you have started reading the book, you can start underlining and circling things that you want to remember out of the book. Now, in this book, I didn't actually circle or underline very much because the point was very simple: to buy apartment complexes. But with other books, you can underline more. And basically, after you're done reading the book, you can go through and read all of these points over again, and essentially read the entire book's points and concepts, the main ones, over again until it's memorized into your brain. Essentially you're downloading that book's information into your brain. Most people, when they read the book, they forget the book, because you'd have to read it all over again to remind yourself of the information. Now, the reason why people don't reread books all the time is because they want to read another book. They feel like they already understood the book they read. But that's where they're wrong. You have to reread and reconsume the information, in fact, about 20 to 30 times before it even starts to form in your brain. So what you're doing here is you're kind of giving yourself a cheat code for afterwards, for when you come back to it, to where you're learning faster and more efficient than most people. That way, once you've really read a book, you can really put it down and not touch it for a couple of years until you need that reminder. So hope you guys like that trick. Okay, so listening to audiobooks or YouTube videos or a podcast while you're driving, which obviously I'm not doing right now because I'm quarantined safely at home from the coronavirus. Make sure to stay home and quarantine yourself. But while you're driving or working out or doing anything that requires your full attention, you can put something in your ear and you can listen to it all throughout that activity and make sure that you're getting as much done as possible. I like doing this while working out, especially because a lot of people think, oh, I gotta listen to music, I gotta get pumped up for when I work out. Well, yeah, certain activities you do, like when you're doing heavy lifting, but when you're running a mile or doing some sort of activity like that, I do think it's very beneficial to listen to an educational podcast of someone that you like to listen to, or an audiobook, anything that you can plug in the ear and also learn at the same time. Okay, with this concept, it's very similar to what we're doing with the book circling and the notation in the books. The point here is to memorize the information that you're learning. So whatever it is, whether it's a YouTube video, podcast, or whatever audio it is that you're trying to download into your brain and learn and apply into your life, you want to save it into a playlist, or maybe send it to yourself if you don't like playlists. I personally like sending it to myself on Facebook Messenger, and then when I go to the messages I've sent myself, I have all the videos I've ever sent myself that I think are useful, whether they be actually like music beats I send myself, or whether they be points that I want to listen to again, like a point that was made in Joe Rogan podcast, for example. Whatever the video is, whatever the audio is, make sure to send it to yourself in an area where you can access it later on in the future. That way you can memorize the point and then begin to apply it into your life. Okay, to end the video and to kind of make my last point here, basically it's all about repetition. I like to say your repetition is your reputation in life. So whether it be you're learning from a book, you're learning from an audio, or you're learning from a video that you're watching, the main point here is you want to find the best video with information that is true. You want to have true information, and then after you have that, you want to send it to yourself to where you're able to save it, memorize this information, and then after you have it memorized, then you can worry about applying it into your life naturally, because it will just start to come forth. Okay? I would also like to add that books tend to help you understand a point more solidly in the brain, right? The books will be for effective learning, when you want to learn something that you want to keep in your brain for the rest of your life. With videos and audios, it's for effectiveness, when you don't have the time to do it as, focus as you would reading a book. Audios and videos should be used to take advantage of free time and to be more productive, while reading your books should be very focused, intense time periods where you're downloading that information that you want to keep in your brain. That's how you become a learning machine. You gotta start somewhere. You gotta pay some money. You gotta invest in yourself. You gotta buy books. You gotta invest time in yourself. Watch these videos. You gotta start applying and failing forward. And you gotta find out what works best for you, because we're all different. So the last thing I'd like to say on this video is to take what works for you and don't worry about the rest. Don't spend time worrying about why this or that didn't work for you. Just continue moving forward, learning new things, trying new things, and whatever works, just double down on that and make sure you can make it double work. So I hope I was valuable to you guys today. I hope you learned something. Hope I made an impact. If I did, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell for post notifications, like the video, comment what you think, share it with your friends. We're on the journey to 1,000 subscribers. Currently, at the time of recording, we have 740, so make sure to hit the subscribe button for us. Thanks.